City, Braylon Edwards in studio with us talking college football.
Yo.
248-539-9797. Your ticket text, which I have some of here, 97136. Before we do any of that, Braylon, your power rankings. I want to get a sense. We're a couple weeks now. We can get into this, and I think it'll be interesting as the year goes along. Michael, do we have music for Braylon? We have
we're going to call it the BPR, man.
Do it.
Let's do it, man.
Honorable mention, number 6.
I'm going in with Maryland, number 6. I think they've scored 96 points. I think DJ Durkin is kind of getting it going for those guys. They're believing in him. They went down to Texas, got a big win, and it didn't matter what quarterback plays because they did it again the following week.
Yep. What are they, third-string QB now?
They are.
They had, a North Carolina transfer, broke his foot.
Exactly.
Pigram blew his knee out.
Exactly.
And now it's Kasim Hill, the kid from D.C.
Exactly. Number 5, I'm going with Iowa. I think opening week they shut down Josh Allen, who's going to be one of the top quarterbacks taken this year. I think they finally found a quarterback in Stanley. And even though they got a lot of points scored against Iowa State, they put up points. When have you known Iowa to be able to put up points? Number 4, we're going with Wisconsin. I think Hornibrook to Fumagalli has been unstoppable so far this year. They found another running back to fit that Wisconsin Badger mojo, and Jonathan Taylor. He's a freshman. He's tearing up the charts. The defense just looks shaky. Florida Atlantic has moved the ball on them.
Yeah.
They had some times where they could have really scared them if they didn't turn the ball over. At number 3, we got OSU. At number 3, let's go OSU. I know a lot of people are worried after that Oklahoma game.
It should be.
At the end of the day, you lost to the number 1 team in the nation right now. So I don't have to put too much on that game, but we got to find a secondary, and we got to find J.T. Barrett. Where's this guy hiding at? Where's the J.T. Barrett from 2015?
Is it possible that kid's gone? That the kid that you and I were waiting for, and we've talked about it. That night he came into Spartan Stadium, he played one of the best games I've ever seen.
I agree.
I think he's gone.
I agree, but being at Ohio State, being at Urban Meyer, and being at the college level, there's enough for J.T. Barrett to still do well in the college level and have some success. So he may not be there all the way, but he's there enough.
Say one thing, that team looks beatable now.
A lot of guys in the Big Ten they're wiping their thought they were going to be better.
Yep.
Number 2, who's going to be number 2? Is it Penn State? Is it Michigan? Is it Penn State? Is it Michigan? At number 2, I'm going Penn State. I just don't think McSorley right now can get a third down. I don't think he gets the ball down the field. He's electrifying when he's throwing the ball to Gesicki. But outside of that, they're handing the ball off only 14 times a game to Saquon Barkley. I need that more. And if you look what Allison did last week from Pitt, he was able to rush all over those guys. They were out of place, out of sorts. And with, if it weren't for 2 bad throws by Brown, game could have been a lot closer than it was. And that leaves at number 1, the Michigan Wolverines. They have the best defense in the conference. They're physical. They're fast. They found a gamer at kicker. That's huge in the college level. Having a guy that can make it from 55 yards on the road.
It's a weapon.
That's a big weapon. I think we have a lot of talent at the wideout position. I think Will Spate will get better. I believe he'll get better. And they found an old-school Michigan rushing game. You got Ty Isaacs going for around 112 a game. That's good for us. So that's my top 6 BPR. I love it.
I don't have a big problem with it. I mean, that's fine. I mean, look, to me, Michigan won. What am I going to say? I mean, you're 2 weeks in. I can't say Ohio State. You could give it to Penn State, but I share some of the concerns you have with them. We'll find out on the field in a few weeks. That's the beauty of it. But yeah, it's how about this? No diss to Michigan.
Nope.
But the Big Ten, compared to what I thought it was going to be preseason, I feel like it's very disappointing.
I would have to agree. If you look at my 4, 3, 2, and 1, the quarterbacks are playing the exact same. They're missing open throws. They were expected to come in and play better. Now, I do think they will get better. I have to think they're going to get better. But right now, they're all playing the same. They have one guy they're going to. Wisconsin, all they do is throw to Fumagalli. Trace McSorley, all he throws to is Gesicki. Wilton Spate, all he throws it to is Crawford. And Ohio State, all they throw it to is nobody right now.
Yeah, that I'm telling you.
Nobody.
No, and I got suckered. I fell for it. I thought hiring Kevin Wilson was going to be, transformative. I thought it was going to modernize that offense. It would get the passing game vertical again. It hasn't happened.
Spade is actually lucky. Imagine with Weber going down.
Yeah.
Weber got hurt. Imagine if J.K. Dobbins wasn't as good as he was. He just came on as a freshman, and he's surprising. Now, imagine if he's not that player.
Right, they'd be totally flat.
They'd be on, too.
Totally flat.
Take away what he did against Indiana.
No, I agree with you 100%. Let's get some of the ticket text coming in. In college, open receivers, and they get missed all the time. It happens because it's college. It's part of the game. Nothing to worry about regarding Spate. Shane Morris isn't missing, guys. He threw for 450 against Kansas.
Ouch.
You buying that? It's Kansas.
It's Kansas. I know Shane Morris as a player. I know him as a person. It's Kansas. It's one game. We'll see what happens. Speaking of people you know, Josh Jackson from Virginia Tech. I didn't realize that was my former running backs coach's son. Wow, how crazy is that? I'm literally watching him on TV.
That's a good siren right there.
I'm watching him on TV. I'm like, the name sounds familiar. And then I see his father at the game. I'm like, holy stuff. I remember when he was 4 years old, peeing on the sideline.
Now you feel old.
I do.
Wilton Spade equals Tyler O'Connor. Oh, Jesus. That's not fair.
That's a low blow.
That's not fair. Tyler O'Connor's one of the worst quarterbacks to ever play in the Big Ten.
I disagree with that.
Fellas, Clemson, Louisville, pick, go.
I'm going Clemson.
Me too. D-line.
D-line is unreal. I mean, 11 sacks against Auburn. And keep in mind, Auburn was supposed to be in the running to winning that side this year.
If you want to see a preview of what maybe Rashawn Gary turns into, Dexter Lawrence
is
what you need to watch.
He's a man out there. I got to go. I think Lamar Jackson will have a good game because he has developed the ability to read defenses, and he's not just running the ball every time with his legs. So
I was quick to judge him because week one, I really didn't like the way he played, and he didn't look special.
Right.
And then it was what I was worried about is he was going to try to show everybody I'm a pocket passer. And I know North Carolina's not very good, but what Lamar did last week, that's the old Lamar, and you go, wow, okay.
And you have to also have to take into consideration, this guy won the Heisman last year. And all offseason, and even right before the season, nobody mentioned him for repeating the Heisman. No. They would throw 6 names out there, and he wasn't one of them.
What's really interesting, too, is if people, you like watching college to see who's going to get drafted, maybe that's your angle. Lamar Jackson, now for the next 6 weeks, if you look at Louisville's schedule, and I think it finishes with a game against Florida State.
Florida State, yep.
This basically is his job interview as to whether he will be drafted as a first-round pick in the NFL. This is all the tape they're going to look at. Because it's going to outweigh anything he does junior year or sophomore year. It's going to be the relevant tape, and it starts with this game against Clemson. And it's this 6-week run for him. I mean, look, of course, I'm rooting for the kid. I think he's a ton of fun to watch. I hate that offense.
He's a ton of fun to watch. I will say that. I think he's the best player hands down in the country. If you just want to go off talent, what they bring to their team, I think he's the best player in terms of talent-wise. Obviously, Baker Mayfield, Mason Rudolph, you can argue these names in terms of being better quarterbacks, but just best player. I think he may need a 4th year, though. Like, I'm not in favor of people taking away their money. If you want to go, you can go. If you should be drafted.
Yeah, if he gets a first-round grade,
exactly.
You got to go.
But he's a skinny kid. Yeah. Scrawny kid. And I know even RG3 was a skinny kid, but RG3 was kind of put together. He ran track. He's put together. He's a little more muscular. I would guess Lamar Jackson weighs no more than about $185.
I'm still not
on a
sold.
Good day.
I'm still not sold that you can build a franchise around a quarterback that's going to expose himself to as many hits as an RG3 did, as Lamar does. Michael Vick was different. Michael Vick was mercurial. I've never seen a player like Michael Vick before. I don't think we'll ever see a player like him again. Lamar's problem is he'll try to put his shoulder down and bully people, and I'm going, oh, no, that's not going to end well on Sundays.
It's like, what shoulder are you putting down there, buddy?
What are you doing, man?
What are you doing, man?
Where would you rank Spate and Lewerke amongst current Big Ten quarterbacks? I honestly have no clue. Go ahead.
I guess you got to pull from our top.
Go top down quarterback wise. Who's the best QB in the Big Ten? I know. I'm not saying it's impressive, but who is the best? Is it McSorley?
Yeah, you would have to go McSorley.
All right, that's one.
I think McSorley has veteran weapons, and he has Saquon Barkley in the backfield.
Is Barrett so broken that he's not number 2?
Yeah, Barrett's not 2.
Okay, so who is?
Barrett's not 2. He can't throw the ball down the field.
Okay, so all right, take Barrett out. So who's number 2? Don't say Horningbrook.
I go Stanley number 2. I'm taking Stanley of Iowa. I'm taking Spate 3, Horningbrook 4.
Oh, come on. Horningbrook over Lewerke?
So
you know the ability. You watch enough tape. Come on. You really want Horningbrook?
As of right now, yes.
Okay. We'll revisit this after
we didn't even ask about Legault. Forgot about
He's
Legault.
about to lose his job.
To Ramsey, I know.
Right, but he's about to get benched. How the hell am I putting him in the top 5?
Connor Rhoda. What happened to Connor Rhoda? I'm just throwing out quarterbacks now.
It's just, no, I just, it shows you, and this is something where I thought the quarterback play would look better. I know it's early. I know what people are going to say, but it's a very disappointing start.
And to the ticket text that you read about, quarterbacks do miss passes. It happens. It does happen. Like we just talked about. Tom Brady missed a lot of passes in that first game, and they weren't even they would have been great throws. They were just bad misses. But the kind of misses that these quarterbacks are missing, I put a lot of onus on these quarterbacks. Wilton Speight has missed some easy passes.
The other thing too is there's a ball security issue, and then some of his misses have been like devastating, where you miss so badly and it goes pick six. That's different than, hey, I had this guy on a deep post and I turfed it. When you're overthrowing things in the flat and it goes pick six, that's not the same. Those things aren't equal.
But how much also of it, we talked off the air, how much of it is the same routes? Like he's missing, if you notice, he's missing the short underneath routes. Mm-hmm. He's missing the short hitch routes where he's throwing them a little high. Maybe he still think he's throwing to Jake Butt, Chesson, and Darboh. Those receivers were a little taller, the 6'3", 6'4" range. If you know that, then why aren't we calling particular different plays? Why aren't we getting him comfortable? He's our guy. Whether you like it or not, he's our guy.
Oh, you need to tell him.
Like he's our guy.
Sully's the one who's just done with the kid.
Hey, Sully, I'll tell you right now, Wilton Speight's going to be the guy. So you might as well ride this train out.
I don't like it. Don't think he's any good.
It doesn't matter.
All I see is mistake after mistake.
I don't like.
Mistake after mistake. Can't even hand the ball off properly last game.
Oh boy.
Literally.
It's still a work in progress. You're dealing with new talent all the way around. Everybody has to come together and get this chemistry in front of 100,000, not in front of the practice guys over at Schembechler Hall.
Are you ready? You ready for this? Here,
let's do it.
Let's have some fun for a second.
All
Sully, right now, I'm going to offer you a trade. Yeah, I want to see Braylon's head.
I know where you're going.
Sure.
I'll offer you Brian Lewerke for Wilton Speight.
Absolutely. I'll take Brandon Peters over Wilton Speight
you
right
can't,
now.
All right, now, see, you can't say that. Peters isn't on the field.
I'm going to tell you like this. You can keep Lewerke. You can keep his butt right there in East Lansing.
You're being very biased right now.
I'm not being biased. What I'm being is I don't need a quarterback to think he's better than my running back. And the second that we play a team that's going to let him know that, now I have to worry about, okay, well, I traded for Lewerke. Now he's injured. Now I got to put Peters in, and potentially he's not ready. So I'm going to keep Wilton Speight, who knows how to avoid tackles, throw the ball away.
Statuesque.
Yes. Speight's he's literally keeping teams in games.
Oh, man.
As a quarterback, that's the last thing you want to be single-handedly keeping your opponent in games. It's awful. First 2 weeks.
Special teams as well. Special teams, especially the punt return, they did not play well. And this goes to what I talked about a couple weeks ago. I said the thing that people aren't going to talk about that's missed 13 starters or 17 this, that, and the third, and we're missing our punt returner in Jabril Peppers. We're missing our kick returner in Jordan Lewis, and sometimes Jabril Peppers. That change of field was momentous. We never lost punts. We never fumbled punts. We never fumbled kicks. We didn't have guys
make
out
bad
of
decisions on when to field the ball.
Exactly. I'm not putting anything on Donovan Peoples-Jones because he's young. He'll learn how to say Peter, 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 and get guys out of the way. But until Grant Perry got in there were so many guys close to the ball every time that the punter kicks the ball. So,
some things you'd hate to have to do twice, like a